All right, hello. This is it's going to be a little bit longer of a video for this update. Get rid of the OBS in the bottom right. So I'm going to be using VR, but I don't want to. So this template that I'm making, I don't want to limit anything to just VR. I want to be able to use anything, a tablet, a computer, or like a desktop, a laptop, a phone, a VR headset, honestly, a mixed reality headset too. There's different things I want to do that have to do with mixed reality. And so there's different like game modes that I would like to also implement into this. So yeah, I'm going to go through some of the functionality. Not everything is perfect right now. It doesn't all work exactly the way that I want it to, and doesn't replicate across multiplayer. But you can see each person walking around and everything. You can see people picking things up. You can see people interacting with things and entering in the keypads, like that number 7 that's over there on the note card that's randomly generated, and then you enter in the 7 on the keypad, and it should work. Now, I haven't completely finished the keypad just yet, but I'm going to take a break for the rest of the weekend after I showed this off for a minute, and just play some Half-Life Alyx or something, just have some fun. I've been working on this for quite a bit and need a break. Anyway, so let's get into this without further ado and all that. Yeah. Okay. So you'll notice that I'm above the ground right now. The reason that I'm above the ground is because I haven't moved yet. So movement, once you move or snap to turn or do any kind of movement, a function then runs that will orient you based on how high is your headset at that time, and then it'll change this capsule that you have right here. The way that I have it right now makes it so that you can just walk around the area that you're in, and you can go up to, like, let's say I walk over this spot right here, and I want to interact with this. Well, if I continuously have it like checking, then it'll keep on pushing me back, right? But if I instead make it so that I can just walk over, I can kind of like lean over something and be like, oh, okay, cool, great. I can grab this, and then I can mess around with it, interact with it, drop it, throw it, whatever, right? So there's that, right? You can move this, and let's see if yeah, the other player saw me push it, because all of the physics, all of the hands, like you can see me waving over here, right? With the other players, all of the hands replicate, right? And the headset location. And so let's see if I can enter this in. It says that I hit 7. I don't know why, but it should have been 4 there. And right now, because the server is seeing is not relaying the information properly, right? This isn't working just right for me as the client. Now, if I switch over to the server, let me just walk out here for a second. Here, let me, 1 second. Let me back up so that when there we go. All right, I'll look over there when I switch it. There we go. Now the other camera gets frozen in that spot, and when I move for this one, there you go. After it does the movement based on a timer, and that's how that works. Also, it's already activated, right? Because the other player had entered a 4. it knows that the other player's finger right here, this little collision box, it knows that a 4, well, 4 was already entered. There you go, 4. And then now it knows, okay, cool, the correct code has been entered. And then whenever you enter in another code, it's not going to work anymore because it's already done, right? We've got this that you can either grab it to interact with it, or you can actually just push it because it's physics-based, right? This as well, you should be able to, there we go. I don't know why this drawer isn't working, but this one does, right? I don't have the constraints just yet with this. I haven't went back to mess around with the filing cabinet to make sure that it slides all correctly and doesn't like slide out to do all this funky stuff, right? What I've done to mitigate that is something like this, to where I actually have an extra actor, an extra mesh that is then constrained to the wheel, and so whenever the wheel then moves and stuff, then it will, or whenever I move attached to this and move it, right, it'll come on, actually do it. Sorry, all these collision boxes, they're showing up because I didn't turn that off. I didn't hide the interaction every time I grip. But anyway, you see the point that like it changes, and you can see that the number is not exactly the same because the replication isn't perfect, but it's pretty close. That one was correct. That was like 0.05 off. You know, that one was 6.4. Yep, 0.05 or something like, yeah. So it's not too far off. It's pretty good. I haven't done anything to get this to work properly just yet. I believe capital P is like the default password. Yeah, there you go. And then we can get in and we can mess around and play around on the desktop and, you know, open up something. Oh, come on. Do it. Yeah. I need to work on some functionality with that. I have not just yet worked on the key cards. I need to work on that. This I've worked on, and at least I have the idea that anything that I want to snap to the hand in a specific location, to where like I would pick it up and then it would be attached to me, and then I can pick it up and naturally just look at it like a normal clipboard, then it snaps to the hand. I just need to adjust that right now. I just got the general principle down. We've got this button that you can push, and it, you know, switches back and forth. That's the same. It's the same button that's inside of here. It's just that I have some construction script that's running that goes based on different settings. That, like, do I want to have text on it, right? Do I want to have a number or a or a letter or something? Do I want to put it on a keyboard like this? This is a widget keyboard, so it's completely flat. Well, I mean, it's a curved widget, but anyway, but it's flat basically. And whereas this is actually 3D, right? And so if I want to, later on, I do want to actually make it so that when you push it, it actually pushes the button in, so it's a physical response rather than a collision box response. Because right now, if you just slide your finger around, like that, then it just starts activating everything, right? And I don't want it to do that. I want it to well, I guess I could make it so that if you're in here and you're inside of the collision box or something, then you have to actually go away from it before you can hit another button. I don't know, like there's different things. Also, I guess on Half-Life Alyx is whenever you come up close to a button, it pulls your hand closer to the specific button that you seem to be trying. So it kind of predicts what button you're trying to push, and it helps you to push that specific button that you're trying to hit. So I might go ahead and do something like that to make sure that users don't accidentally hit the wrong button when they're trying to enter in a code. Here's a physical door, a physics door. So if I hit, well, come on, 7. There you go. So now it should be. Come on, what? Am I on the client? No, on the server. It should work. Let me go to the other side. Come on. Nope. Okay, well, I guess I didn't, before doing all of this, I didn't set it up properly. Slide over. Come on, go away. Right. It slides all correctly, like all the wheels and stuff are physics. So there's that. Yeah. Also, there's trigger boxes. Trigger boxes are very easy. You just walk in here, and as soon as I walk in here, or let's go ahead and show that a client can actually walk in, and then it'll actually do something for all of the players. So let's go in here. Let's adjust this guy, this little player, so that he's pointed at the. Come on, there you go. All right. You're pointed at the clock. Right, and then you. Let's get you over here to the clock. And these guys aren't in their collision boxes because I'm leaning over to go over to my computer. And also, it's checking for the collision box that goes in there, not for. I believe it should be that if I walk in there. Like away from my collision box, that it shouldn't activate. Let me see. I haven't tested this. Yeah, so it doesn't activate because I need to actually go in there with my collision box, and then you see that it activated, and you see that it's ticking down with the same time on all 3 systems, right? Yeah. There was an issue. So one thing with this collision box that's going on right here, the reason that if I start moving, it takes a second for it to actually register that I moved, that I moved, and then reorient the collision box to the center of wherever the camera is, to where the headset is. The reason for that is because I'm trying to mitigate rubber banding that was happening, and right now it's not really happening at all, because it's only doing a check. It's running a loop every half a second, so this loop has to wait for half a second before it will ever do it. So if like, let's say I ease forward, but I never actually go higher, I never hold it for longer than half a second, it'll never reorient me. I could change that to make it so that it just pauses the loop, which would probably be a good idea, instead of stopping the loop, because right now I have it so that whenever you stop, whenever you are not moving in either the X or the Y, X or Y or whatever axis on the controller, that it will then stop the loop. So that makes it so that only one loop is running. As soon as you start it, it checks to see, okay, are you moving? Are you moving in the X, Y, Z axis? Do we have a loop going, right? Because if I turn while I'm doing it, it doesn't do another one. It just does the same one because the loop's already going. The function's already getting called. So, yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh, the menu. This is this is a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun to make. Right. Also, I have the same menu that's right here, and it tells you like what you have to do, your tasks, and you can click it on and off. Right. It's the same basic menu card, but this is a whole menu system to where you can I can click over here, and then it pulls it over to me, and then I can activate it and click into the next thing, and I can switch this. I don't have it actually doing anything because I was trying to just um, create the system to where you can go into the next menu system and stuff like that, and then finally get into here where I've got multiplayer, right? And so actually right now it's I don't know why it created a double card or something. That's weird. I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, it was like just some development errors and little fix things, make it fancy, make it better. I'm wondering actually if I were to go into the create, let's see, create online. I haven't tried this. Let's see, online. No, we want create local. I don't think this is gonna. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. But this is how you would go to multiplayer. I don't know why it's not working right now, but yeah, that's how you would go to it. This is how you would activate like a single player experience. I do not know what's going to happen when I click this, so let's just see, right? Oh wait, oh, it might be because I'm on a client and I'm trying to like access the menus and stuff like that, right? I just broke it because I went back again. All right, but anyway, yeah. It might be because I'm not a client and it's not replicating properly. Um, Either way, this is a lot of fun. It works on multiple things and more to come. Oh, by the way, we can have dynamic lights. This does move. We can have dynamic lights. We can also have bake lights, obviously, which makes it so that you wouldn't be able to move the light. And but I wanted to have as much interactive interaction as possible. So like, let's say we have an office lamp, we can pick up the office lamp, then move it around and play and have fun with the office lamp, and just have little distractors and fun things that the players can do. Because we don't want to just make it about fun, about work, about doing something that like a task or whatever. We want to make it so that it's something that's fun and engaging that people are just like, ooh, let me hit this ball and like see it just do its thing. And then back to what I need to do, right? Because they just need some kind of fun uh, release of endorphins for doing something fun, right? Um, oh, also you can actually like pick up items and like put them inside of our waste paper basket. Woo! Like that. Just like kind of do some storage. Um, I had a whole bunch of really tiny blocks that we could mess around with. They were all laid out here, but I got rid of them because that doesn't work very well on the Quest 2 because Quest 2 doesn't handle physics, a ton of physics simulations and stuff like that. Yeah. It, so all right, cool. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to have a good weekend. And I'll come tackle this again next week. And yeah, next weekend. I'll put in a lot of work. Cool.